Hello viewers, in this video I would like to cover one of the QTP interview questions. The question is how to return an object from a function. So basically, like from the function you have to return an object and that object needs to be captured in your script. So how can you do that? I'm just giving few seconds to think about it. Alright, so you might have some idea how we will return the values from a function, right? So basically say in order to return any value from a function, we use the function name equal to whatever the value that we will return, right? So basically what I'm trying to say here is, say I have a function called return val. Alright, so basically what it will in order to return any value from this function, what we do, you might have some sort of code here, but at the end of that function what you will do in order to return a value, whatever the value that you want to return, that will be assigned to the same function name, right? That is how we return the values in VBScript. So to capture that value, what we will do, we will put it we will call the function and assign it to some variable like val equal to return value. So whatever the value that is returned in this function is captured in this variable, right? Say give some variable name here. I just want to print that variable. So when I run it, as you can see, whatever the value that the function returned, that value is captured in this variable and I am printing that value. You can you can return any kind of values, like you can return an integer. Here you can return a string, and here you can return an array also. Let me show you that. Here equal to array of, say, some random values 5. Alright, so I am returning that array by giving the name. Alright, so here also I will be here where the function returns an array, right? So where is now is an array. So to print, what I'll do, you bound, I'm just printing the number of values that are there on that array. So u bound will return you the highest subscript of that array, right? So when I print it, you will see it 2, because that is the highest subscript for that array, right? But in the same way, can I return an object? For example, say something like I create some object here. Alright, say some set obj equal to some create object of whatever it is, and can I directly assign that object here like this, like what we did earlier? No, that will not be sufficient. For that, what I have is, I have some sample code. This is a sample code. Alright, so I will show you what it is. So basically what I am doing is, in a create a dictionary object, I am just creating this object. Alright, for this object, whatever the object that is created, I am returning it. Alright, to return an object, what we have to do is, we have to use the set method. For the previous example, what we did was, we are just giving this function name equal to the return value. But in order to return an object from a function, what you have to do is, we have to use the set keyword before that function name. Alright, at the same time, what we have to do is, we have to use the set keyword at the receiving end as well. For example, see, In previous example, what we used to do, we directly gave the variable name and method name, right? But because it is returning an object, we use the set keyword here. Alright, so just like here what I'm doing is I'm creating this object. With the created object, I'm calling a method called add value. Just I'm adding that, like for this dictionary object I'm just adding a value. Okay, here as you can see I am returning as normal value. For that reason I am just assigning the return value to the method name, right? The same is captured in a variable val, and I'm printing that value. Alright, so let me execute it. As you can see, I'm just creating a dictionary object here. I'm adding a key value pair, and after that I'm just printing the value in the dictionary object, right? For example, we will see like what are the this is the normal way of returning values, right, for other data types like integer, string, arrays, whatever it is. If you didn't give that set here, it will report an error. It will throw you some error message. As you can see, wrong number of arguments or invalid property assignment. Or the other possibility is like if you didn't use set here, what will happen is it will report an error, right? So the same way, whenever you have to return an object from a function, use set keyword before the method name while returning an object, right? At the same time, you have to use the same set keyword at the receiving end as well, right? So that's all in this video. Thanks for watching.